What is a bartender's handshake? Find out this week on the Ethanol Review, featuring Fernet Branca. Before we dive in, I'd like to give some context by discussing what an Amaro is. Amaro, or Amari, are a type of Italian bitter spirit produced by botanical infusion. These are broken roughly into two groups: the lower alcohol aperitif style, which is usually consumed at the beginning of a meal, and the higher alcohol digestif, which is usually found at the end. Fernet is a subcategory of Amaro, and it falls in the latter of those two groups, digestifs. So broken down, Fernet is the type of Amaro that Fratelli Branca Distillery produces. Fratelli Branca Distillery is located in Milan, Italy, just south of Switzerland. The company's roots trace all the way back to 1845, when Bernardino Branca first developed the recipe. This bitter spirit actually existed within the realm of medicine, as many of the herbs contained within these infusions were thought to cure various maladies. Fernet Branca uses over 27 different herbs, roots, and spices in their recipe, including saffron, chamomile, myrrh, rhubarb, just to name a few. Tasting notes include a strong peppermint and spicy licorice aroma. The palate reveals fresh mint, chamomile tea, piney earth with an undernote of citrus. Let's give it a try. Reddish brown. Color's not as important as what's inside, though. Incredibly distinct aroma. The aroma is so Fernet. Incredibly Fernet. If you've ever had Fernet Branca before, you know exactly what I mean. Just mint, pine, wood, mint, a little bit of licorice, melted fig, spices. There's almost a savory element to it. The nose is really refreshing, though. It makes me think of like an alcoholic's mouthwash. Like mouthwash that has flavor, so it's like, yeah, you want to freshen your breath a bit, but also you want to buzz and you want something substantial. This is what you would use. I'm actually going to start a campaign to get rid of Listerine and just put Fernet Branca as our new nightcap mouthwash. Anyway. Spearmint, wood, dirt, oak, tannin, pine needles, the brown part of the pine needle. Great lifting menthol sensation. Very layered, this is very complex, but it is not for the faint of heart at all. Tasting this, you really see how it could have been a remedy at one point. Way before science was as legitimate as it is now. There's something about this that does calm your stomach down after a big meal, for sure. It has a medicinal kind of lifting quality, a bitterness. It tastes like you just had some medicine. which is so appropriate for the bartender's handshake thing, which I'll explain after the tasting portion. Because sometimes you need to wash bad taste out of your mouth. That is, guests who are terrible. So yeah, a shot of this, some ginger ale, or another popular way to do it is Fernet and Coke. That's more European though. In America we don't really do that. It's more in a shot form typically for us, or in cocktails. So with the groundwork laid, what is a bartender's handshake? This is actually a form of industry jargon that was predominantly popularized in San Francisco. And basically it's a drink order that you put in to the bartender, and it's a message saying, I am of the industry. I am either a fellow bartender or a server or manager, whatever your role is in your restaurant or bar. So this is a type of colloquialism, and it's regional. So in some places it's Fernet, but I've found where I work in Huntsville, Alabama, that a Jameson and a beer is our bartender's handshake. For now. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you learned something new today. Next week, I'm going to show you how to make an old-fashioned like a professional with an optional twist. Cheers.